advice, it can be true, but they can be looking at it like this. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
So, I want to ask a question, though. Look, here I go, putting on my radio hat. Sorry, Anthony, I know this is your show, but I do that back because I think that sometimes we talk to people that are financially there. Like you talked about me being, debt free when I started, but you don't have to be debt free to jump into this game.
Correct. Okay.
What about the people that cannot hire an attorney? What about the people that, you get what I'm saying? Because that to me is where the hole comes in. Because I know.
Discover how to make a significant income as a highly respected business loan broker. Plus, how to maximize your profits by adding an additional income stream to your existing business. 30 days or less. Download your free guide now.
Oh my God. Hang on, family. Hang on 1 second. Excuse me.
Quit going to college. Quit your job. You're never...
All right, here we go.
Cannot hire an attorney. What about the people that, you get what I'm saying? Because that to me is where the hole comes in. Because I know you have a lot of people that watch you that want the information, but you can't necessarily afford all of these. We're using a lot of big terms right now, right?
So to answer that, Jade, so in my program, from a high level overview, we provide those services and we give you the blueprint and the questions to ask, regardless if you're at $50,000 or you're at, $2 million. Okay, let me give you the bandwidth of my students.
Yeah.
My smallest student from an income standpoint, from an annual income, is a school teacher. She makes $53,000 a year.
Okay.
My biggest student is an attorney that makes right around $2 million a year.
Okay.
And everybody in between.
And let's go down to that $53,000 school teacher. Because I think a lot of my average person who follows me is going to be in between $60,000 and like $80,000.
Sure.
And there probably are about in between $15,000 to $25,000, $30,000 worth of debt. $53,000 a year, they're not investing a lot. For the $53,000 a year gross is going to be about $38,000 net. How are they winning?
So here's how they win. The first thing they do, Anthony, is you buy what you can until you can buy what you want.
That's good.
That's number one.
And now, when you say buy, are they investing partially? Are they buying a home?
No, their first investment needs to be where they lay their head.
I got you.
Right?
All right.
They need to buy, in my humble opinion, because of the forced savings mechanism, the appreciation that comes with it, and also the write-offs. Right. So when you look at your mortgage, you look at there's interest, there's principal, there's taxes, there's insurance, and there's private mortgage insurance. Those are the 5 components, right? Typically on a government mortgage. Let's just say if their income is between 50 and 80.
That's I know FHA loan.
Yeah, that's an FHA loan all day. I know Dave says save until you get to 20%.
I don't. But no.
Okay, good. I'm glad you don't, and I'll tell you why I say don't do that as a mortgage professional of 25 years. Because typically the average income increases 3 to 5% a year. Right. Well, number one, you're not keeping pace with the housing market, and you're not keeping pace with inflation. So while you're trying to save, you're making us rich as landlords. Right. I would much rather you, wherever you are right now, be a good steward, and let's stop the bleeding, and let's buy right now. Right?
I agree.
Where we are.
Right. I agree.
That creates, so out of the 5 components on an FHA mortgage, your interest, your taxes, and your homeowner's insurance are write-offs. So 60% that makes up 100% of your mortgage, you get back at the end of the year. And they thank you for being a visionary. So one of the things that I say all the time, Anthony, is that we all pay a mortgage. It just may not be ours.
Absolutely. Even if you're in an apartment, that's still a mortgage.
That's a mortgage.
Absolutely.
Listen, we just bought a $18.3 million 200-unit apartment complex. That's a huge mortgage, bro.
Absolutely.
And I got 200 of my friends, 200 doors, that are going to pay it for me.
That's so good. So $53,000, you're saying, hey, go get a place where you lay your head.
Yeah.
But it's not just getting up and going to buy a place. You're also teaching them how to get the proper hours, how to do it correctly so they can properly write it off.
Yes.
Not just lay your head.
Yeah.
You can lay your head there and properly write it off because it is an investment.
It is an investment. It's an investment.
I think that's the part that a lot of us are missing out on getting that education on is how do you do it right and in places where you lay your head at.
Yeah.
Because I had to have someone teach me how to write this off properly.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
this is a business.
It is.
Yeah.
Which I'm sad because I'm going to lose some of it when we move out.
Well, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're still going to keep an office.
Absolutely.
In here.
Absolutely.
So we still get to write that part.
I'm going to move all the offices come down here for me now.
Well, so it's still the same thing. Because still, the business, Anthony O'Neill Inc., is now renting from Anthony O'Neill.
Yeah.
Individual.
Yeah. Okay.
So just like if me and Jade wanted to rent this, you would charge us.
Well, I'm going to charge you.
I got a discount.
Nah, Jay.
You see what I'm saying? So part of that 6,000 square feet is broken out based on what the average rent for office space in this area would be,
right?
Times the square footage.
Yeah.
That comes off your mortgage, bro.
A lot of people, and I'm curious, I know what you think about this, and we're just having a good conversation.
Sure.
This is some educational stuff that people need to hear.
Sure.
And thank you for bringing this up. $53,000. That's $38,000 net. They're drowning in debt already, though. And so I know my cousin, for example, who lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina, home of Fort Bragg, second largest Army base in the world, got approved for a home mortgage of $99,000. And she said, I couldn't find nowhere I felt safe at. You said something that was so good. You said, buy what you can until you can get what you want.
Yeah.
What do you recommend to people who are saying, but ask me this question, because you're a woman. Would you buy something that may not be exactly what you want, but to get into the process as a woman?
As a woman, yes, if it was in a space that I felt safe. I think safety is important for women.
Okay.
I mean...
And this is what I'm telling you guys. I know a lot of you want to buy your dream home off the rip, or a single family home, or that home, this home, but you can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, most of you can't afford it. Okay? Buy the land. Buy the land. It's true. Right now, you can buy land $75 down, $65 down. Okay? Some $0 down, $1 down. Buy what you can. So you can then go buy what you want. If you buy a property for $20,000 and you pay it off, by the time you pay it off, that property is probably going to be worth $30,000 or $40,000. Okay, you can sell that property for them $40,000 and then go buy what you want. Cash money, or put down a good amount of money. Me personally, I would take them $30,000, $40,000 and go buy something cash, then flip that and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to go put down on something. But anyhow, that's another story. The moral of this story is buy what you can so you can then go buy what you want.
And what's safe, though? Because, you know, some of y'all ladies be like too bougie.
See, y'all need to stop saying that.
I'm going to say that, though.
Safe is like, walk outside, there's not a lot of activity going on, right?
I get you, but it may not be in the most polished neighborhood. Neither, though. Is that not safe?
I mean, polished and unsafe to me are two completely
different things. Yeah.
Yeah, like it might not have all the bells and whistles. It might not be an open concept. It might not be but again, it is, we have to understand the marathon aspect and not the sprint aspect of life, right? So in other words, it's like, I want an open concept and I want to have two separate, toilets in the restroom and a double vanity and a this and a that. But for right now, I may have to get me a 3-bed, 2.5 or 1.5 bath for the next 2 or 3 years.
That part.
To start building, understanding that this is not going to be a forever home. Because regardless, here's the thing. I'm either going to do it in my home that may not be exactly what I want, or I'm going to do it in an apartment complex and I am literally like flushing my money because I'm paying somebody else's, like you all said, I'm paying their mortgage or I'm going to be renting from someone else.
Anthony, here's how I look at it. You've made other concessions in every other area of your life. Typically, you're not on the job or the career you want. You don't have the body you want. You're probably not dating the person you want, and you're not driving the car. So why does it all stop at the house?
Ooh.
That's true. That's not that. You better preach.
You made other concessions in your life. So now
I don't know if you. I don't really like the fact you're saying you ain't dating the guy.
It happens.
Don't blame me. You better want me.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you better be like, I'm settling for
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that we've made other concessions. But why do we draw the line right here?
Tommy, you know what, Tommy, you talking? CJ, come here real quick. I'm gonna call my brother in. I want you to think I'm capping. So I lived in a very nice. My first home that I built was beautiful. It was huge. It was custom. Come and get in the camera. I don't know how we can get him in the camera because I want the world to make sure that they know I ain't capping.
You want to come on outside, CJ?
CJ is my brother. Been with me about 20 years. So my first home that I built in Tennessee, gorgeous. Custom built, everything. The second home that I got, Jade, I literally walked it the night before I was going to close.
Oh, wow.
With Raven, my dog.
Oh, wow.
And I almost backed out because it was in the hood.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say the hood. But it was a brand new home. 3-story rooftop balcony. Call me to play. I was the bachelor, but I was the bachelor in the hood.
Right.
And I literally
sounds like gentrification.
It was a gentrification area, but what I'm saying, across the street, grandmama coming up. When I moved in the next day, I moved in. She came over, knocked on my door.
And a couple more things here, very important. You make all kind of concessions in your life, like he said. You know what I mean? You know that's the person you're with is not really the person you want to be with, but you just with them for now until you be with who you want to be with. The clothes you wear, probably the clothes you don't want to be wearing right now. In Versace or whatever, but you wear what you wear right now. You're in Walmart clothes right now, or Ross or TJ Maxx or thrift store clothes right now, because that's what you can afford. Okay. Now he's going into, he purchased this house in the hood. Okay. If you purchase land and you're the first one there, there's nobody there for miles. That is one of the best investments you could make because you're the first one there. Your return on investment will be quadruple everybody else that comes after you. Quadruple or more than everybody else that comes after you. That's why they say if you build it, they will come. If you're the first to do it, everybody's gonna follow. I keep telling y'all, they built Disney World on swampland. Now Orlando is like the number one, Orlando, Florida is the number one visited place in the world. Orlando, Florida. People come from all over the world to go to Orlando, Florida, to go to Disney World. Okay?
And put her face like glass.
Again, Disney World was built on swamp land.
Said, can you take me down the street to get some weed and some beer?
No, you are making this up. It's true story.
True story. Trap houses 2 street over. I'm talking about they selling bodies. They selling drugs. But my real estate agent said, this is going to be the best investment you've ever made in your life. I said, yeah, but bro,
Am I gonna be around it again?
I said, but bro,
They were still in packages and everything.
I'm talking about packages off the front door. We ordered some stuff for the studio upstairs, came back home. I'm asleep. Package gone. And so I stepped up the game, though. I mean, I got Raven, my protection dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black man. I got guns on me in every place I go. And everywhere we walked, I walked around with a gun. I would definitely not suggest it for a woman.
Correct.
I bought that townhome for right at $585. Stayed in it for 9 months. Decided to come here. Sold it for $713.
See?
Listen, let me say this to you. That's the power of real estate.
Yes.
There is no other asset class
Yes.
that you could have done that in.
No.
You can't do that in stock.
No.
You can't do that in crypto.
No.
You can't do that any other place other than this dirt.
Facts.
That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
you bought what you could
Yes.
until you could get what you want. Now watch what you were able to do. You were able to take that money
Mm-hmm.
and slingshot,
Slingshot it.
right?
Right.
Because now watch this. Let's go back to the taxes. Because that was your homestead,
Yeah, yeah.
there was no capital gains
Right.
on the delta between the acquisition
Yep.
and the liquidation price.
Right.
That part.
Absolutely. And I think that's the thing a lot of people don't really understand, because I was like, wait, what? We sold that house in 2 days.
Now wait a minute. Let's go back to 9 months.
Yeah.
Tell me what other asset class, because you had already securitized it at 590,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the 590 was on point, right? So all it would do would go up.
Absolutely.
That's all it would do would go up. So it went up from 590 to
718.
718,
Yeah.
right? So a little over 100K.
Oh, yeah.
A little over 100K in 9 months.
And-
So that investment, if we were to look at cash on cash return,
Yeah.
that investment in 9 months, right, made almost a $10,000 increase.
Yeah.
Now watch this, Anthony.
Mm.
What if the other person that had the opportunity to buy the house, because if you're at 590, then that means the income has got to be around 3 to 400,000. No, so about 2 something, depending on your debt, right?
Right,
DTI,
right. Mhm.
right? So let me say this: what about the person that says, "No, I'm gonna wait a year to buy"?
They were gonna be buying it for 7 something. You get what I'm saying?
No, but that's what we teach.
Yeah.
That's why I say buy what you can.
Yeah.
So even the Uber driver coming over, he was like, "Is it a good time?" Didn't he, Jade? Is this a great time to buy real estate? I said, the best time to buy real estate was yesterday.
Yeah.
The next best time is today.
Right.
Today.
But they're tripping about the interest rates right now.
Let me tell
Why
you
are
what
you
to
not concerned about the interest rate?
do. Date the rate, marry the house.
Oh shit, I'm about to go.
Richie, that was so good.
Date the rates.
Yes.
Date
Because
the
you
rate.
can always Divorce the rate.
Because we understand that interest rates
Oh,
are cyclical.
my God.
They do this, right?
Oh my
So I'm not
God.
caught up on that because my foundation
Yeah.
is my finances, Anthony.
Yeah.
Because that's on point. So now I can have a conversation with either myself or my spouse
Right.
and say, you know what? The rates are a little higher,
Yeah.
but the competition in the market is down.
Yeah.
What drives prices up,
Yeah.
right? Supply and demand.
Yeah.
Right now, the demand is kind of waning, but the inverse effect of that is that the rates are higher.
Yeah.
So, babe, this is what we're going to do.
Uh-huh.
We're going to cut out our date night every Friday, where we're on average, looks like we've been spending about $150
Right.
per Friday.
Right,
That's $600 a month.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, babe, hey, we're going to have to cut that down to once a month. Are you going to cook, or we're going to take a cooking class? We'll make it fun. We'll do something else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's $600,
Yep.
right, that we save per month is now $7,200. So now, if we would have bought this house, 2 things. If we would have bought this house last year, yeah, the interest rate would have been 2% lower,
Sure.
but the house would have been $80,000 more.
Yeah.
So pick your poison.
Yeah.
So we're going to date the rate
Right.
because we love the house. We're going to marry the house.
Right.
We're getting a break on the house.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep our credit straight.
Yep.
We're going to stay in a position. And when the time strikes, when the prices go back up and the interest rates go down, which is going to entice people to jump back in the market to buy, which drives back up demand, which drives back up prices, Anthony, right? We're going to be already set.
Yeah.
So then at that point, we have 1 or 2 plays.
Yep.
We can jump out of this
Yep.
and upgrade and slingshot with the delta that we made,
Facts.
like Anthony,
Yep.
right? Anthony made over 100 grand in less than 12 months. Where do you
Right.
do that at? Right? So other than real estate.
Right.
So we can either do that, babe, or we squat here, we suppress it, right? We refinance with Tommy. That's a plug. We refinance with Tommy. So now, babe, not only did we recoup the $600 that we gave up temporarily for several months,
Yeah.
we pick up another $200.
Ooh.
So now that's $800 a month that we can redeploy. That's $9,600 a year.
Come on, man.
So what, babe? What does that make our financial legacy look like for our kids
Yeah.
if we stay the course?
Man,
Those kind of conversations.
now, Tommy, now you starting to talk my language.
Look, and if you need a realtor through all that, I got you. plug it.
I got the realest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my hour. I'm gonna get my
I'm gonna get my 7 hours. Yeah.
He gonna get you right on
He gonna get you right. Get you right on the spot.
This is exactly why I wanted John to show.
Yeah.
Because you now looked at him as a mentor and look at you doing, because you said something before the show, which I think I'm going to talk about a little bit. We got about 10 minutes.
Okay.
You said something earlier that was so good, that a lot of people expect their mentors to do all the work.
Yeah. Look, here's the thing, and especially in our community, right?
Yeah.
If I am, so a lot of people are doing what now? You have to pay for programs,
Yep.
or you have to pay for the mentorship, right?
Yep.
Well, first of all, that normally stops the book right there because people do not want to invest in themselves,
They really don't.
right?
Yeah.
So, but I think we have this mentality. If I'm paying you to mentor me through a process, I want you to lay it all out there for me.
Exactly.
That is not what a mentor is.
Come on.
A mentor is to lead and guide and like,
on.
so you can have someone to bounce it off of. Like, he's the expert. At the end of the day, I have people all the time to see me posting about, working with him and doing real estate now. And they're like, oh, I would love for you to mentor me. And I have to be honest. I'm like, I'm not in a place to mentor.
Facts.
I am the mentee.
Right.
I am the student right now.
Right.
I don't know enough. I haven't done enough to guide you through this process.
Yeah.
However, you can invest in yourself,
That part.
because what people don't understand is that time is so valuable. And so what you are doing is, not only are you paying for his time, you are paying for access, you are paying for resources, you are paying for information, right?
Put it back on her.
And so, and so when you're paying for all of these things and you're getting them in a one-stop shop, you're paying for that.
By the way, I'm charging $250 for my consultation / mentorship. If you pay cash, it's $225. But if you finance, it's $50 a week for 5 weeks, which equals $250. All right. I take Cash App, Zelle, Chime, and cryptocurrency. My phone number is 754-229-0940. Again, 754-229-0940. I have students buying their first properties in a week, 2 weeks, a month. Okay? Get with me, family. Get with me.
You're going to get all that. However,
Right.
you got to get your feet on the concrete.
You got to work.
And you have to do the work.
People don't want to do the work.
But Anthony, you have to do the work.
No.
Otherwise, just write a check for a house.
Right.
Write a check for all the rehab repairs, everything that goes into it.
Right.
And then y'all split it after that.
Just be a passive investor. Don't be active.
But see, I don't like that.
But I'm saying, no.
For me.
But you cut from a different cloth.
Yeah.
Because if you were passive, all of this wouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
So you're cut from a different cloth.
Yeah.
But we have a program for people that says, you know what, Tommy, I'm interested in learning and getting double-digit returns, but I'm not trying to be at the courthouse with y'all. I'm not trying to walk these stanky houses with y'all. I just want to write a check and get a check. We got something for you too.
For real.
Yeah.
Those, I mean, and you know what? I think, I may get in trouble when I say this. I think those are people who got money that's not in our tax bracket. They just want to they don't have the time to.
Well,